This is the Place Heritage Park in Salt Lake City journeys back in time with more than 50 historic homes and buildings brought to life by historical docents. This park chronicles the pioneer spirit of the 1800s. Visitors can step back into time and see Utah during its early settlement stages. There are plenty of activities, like walking or taking a train around this large historical site, which marks the end of the 1,300-mile Mormon Trail. You may even get to experience a train robbery or just enjoy the cool breezes in the open-air train and enjoy the views of the valley below. Welcome to Hipfig. If you're a travel enthusiast, then join our community by subscribing to this channel. This is the Salt Lake City, Utah series for visitors. This episode is This is the Place Heritage Park Helpful Travel Guide for New Visitors. This is the Place Heritage Park is located at the mouth of the Emigration Canyon near Hobo Zoo at 2601 East Sunnyside Avenue, Salt Lake City. You can take the public UTA bus to This is the Place Heritage Park during the summer months, but it'll be a 20-minute walk up to the visitor center from the main entrance. If you don't have a car, we suggest taking a taxi or an app-based car service, especially if you have kids or coming up during the summer when it's really hot. Visit the UTA website to find out more information about finding the best route for you. We had a rental car and drove up the long drive to the free parking lot of This is the Place Heritage Park. As you drive up to the visitor center, we really got a sense of how big this 450-acre living history site was. I'm an American history buff, and so visiting this 19th century recreation was something I was looking forward to. This is the Place Heritage Park is open year-round and is closed on Thanksgiving, Christmas, and New Year's Day, generally from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. daily. On Sunday, they have limited services. Please check their website for current hours. After we parked our car, we walked towards the visitor center. Across from the visitor center, there's a plaza where you'll see This is the Place monument, where it chronicles and marks the end of the 1,300-mile trail across the plains by the early Mormon settlers. Built in 1847, the base of the monument also honors Native Americans, fur trappers, mountain men, and Spanish Catholic priests who explored the region before the settlement. Along this area is Statuary Walk, which has various sculptures and monuments highlighting pioneer life, and the National Pony Express Monument is also located here. We made our way to the visitor center, which is connected to the ZCMI General Store, which is a 19th century historical building brought to the park from central Utah. We exited the visitor center and began our exploration into the Heritage Village. The visitor center is next to the gates which lead into Heritage Village. The attractions before the entrance gate of Heritage Village are free. Admission fees is $13.95 per adult with discounts for seniors and children under 2 are free. On Sundays, they have a discounted admission fee. Admission includes train rides around Heritage Village and a tour of the Savage Livery Stable. FYI, we purchased a multi-attraction ticket from Salt Lake City Connect Pass to save some money. Once we got into Heritage Village, we walked up the tree-lined street and went into several of the historic buildings. In each building, there are docents or actors dressed up in period costume who told us about the building and the people who inhabited them. We went through several buildings, including a blacksmith, newspaper, pharmacy, and schoolhouse. We tried our hand at some pioneer chores and spinning wool, which quite frankly looked like a lot of work. On a hot day, there's also the irrigation station splash pad to help cool off. We strolled through the main street, which led us to Huntsman's Hotel. In Huntsman's Hotel, there's a restaurant called the Huntsman's Grill and Ice Cream Shop, which also sells donuts, which we stopped at for lunch and dessert on a very hot day, so it was nice to have air conditioning. It's also mostly sandwiches and basics, but the prices were really reasonable. After some sugar and rest, we caught the train which travels throughout the park. There are 3 trains, the Jupiter, Blackhawk, or the 119. This is a must-do. The park is very large and walking around, especially with young children on a Utah summer day, could be difficult. You may even experience a train robbery, but unfortunately we did not. The train travels by the Native American Village, Settlers Pond, Petting Corral mini train area, as well as providing a great view of the valley below. The train is included in the price of admission, and you can get on and off the train at any of its stops, which is especially useful when you want to get to the stables, as it's a good distance from the village area. There are many more activities, including the Treasure House, which is an interactive site which shares the story of mining in Utah, as well as the Mormon Battalion Museum and the Stoddard Gallery. Although this is the place Heritage Park focuses on the Mormon pioneer experience, it also speaks to the joy and hardships of pioneers throughout the United States in the late 19th century. I found the park family-friendly, educational, entertaining, and non-denominational. Make sure to wear good walking shoes and sunscreen and bring plenty of water when it's hot. If you have time and energy, you can also combine it with the Hobo Zoo, which is very nearby. This is the place Heritage Park will take 3 or more hours depending on your interest. And this is a wonderful family-friendly attraction in Salt Lake City, which gives life and retains the history of the pioneer experience in this area. Happy travels! Go to hipfig.com for more information, or go to our Hipfig travel channel on YouTube, and be sure to subscribe for regular updates.